but two of the best representatives of each of their characters that you could possibly ask for, Wolf and Bowser. Sharpen your claws. It's going to be a rough one here. Winners final here at Fusion 117.
Yeah, but that's what I was expecting immediately. A lot of forward air from both of these characters. Both of them kind of have very similar forward airs, right? Large sweeping hitboxes in the front using those claws, and can build up some pretty solid damage.
Yeah, and just covers a lot of space. You definitely want to be wary of the neutral, of the negative space between you two. It really might just come down to the size of the opponent, and really it's just a bigger target for Jakal to be able to hit as opposed to LeoN. Definitely suffering a lot, but you know, if you're as big as Bowser, certainly that means you got a little bit of heft behind those swings. I mean, you're gonna want to take these stocks maybe even a little earlier than he's gonna be able to take this first one.
Yep, and I like that. Just starting out the forward tilt for a little bit of pressure at that ledge, going right into the Whirling Fortress, but ooh, you got yourself caught in the Wolf Flash, and this could be a tough spot there. I do like the fade away nair, and now the ledge trap. Is that gonna be it? The down air is gonna find a way to connect, closing out that first stock. Great stuff from Jakal, and honestly, we can get this out of the way. Obviously, Bowser's gonna take the heavy attacks on every stock, and LeoN does a good job of trying to minimize that as much as possible. But like we mentioned before, Jakal being so consistent, when he gets those openings, you're getting a heavy attack plus a little extra.
I mean, look, that shell does you a lot of good defensively, I'm sure. Problem is that where it goes, you go, and when you got that down air connecting to the back of it, you get sent to the blast zone pretty fast. So now, relatively evenly paced, LeoN able to make up for it, relatively speaking, and Jakal just not able to get back with the up B. Wolf Fire gets put out below the stage, just a lack of range there, and it gives LeoN an ever so slight advantage. You gotta think, if anyone is able to leverage the fear that a Bowser can instill in your heart, it has to be Space Station Gaming LeoN.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a big fact there. I mean, the way that LeoN's been playing here is really instrumental. I mean, his opponent made one mistake, right? And you can argue however you want what player is better. I don't really care. They're both fantastic in their own rights. But LeoN is the type of player, because of the fact that he's playing Bowser, that when you make a mistake and LeoN starts to take advantage of it, it starts to get in your head like, oh man, this is a Bowser. He's going to get so much off of this. And LeoN really does. But right now, as we can see before our very eyes, we are getting into a one-stock game here with Jakal having a percentage lead. Now, how much that lead actually matters in the long run, we'll find out here, but that was a great falling there.
Yeah, and now we're seeing it. The Thayers, LeoN, I mean, the fact that this guy is even able to make this happen, and Jakal, okay, Wolf Flash right in the face of the fire like we saw when they were both at 3 stocks apiece. Really, it's like next hit wins. And and by hit, apparently, I mean grab. So yeah, at ledge, sometimes you just got to put out the fire in whatever way you can. And certainly, back throw and Wolf, that percentage, doesn't matter how heavy you are, you're going to die to that. It's the ledge at Pokemon Stadium. Come on.
Yeah, no, that is true. And that was actually a really clean turnaround grab to get that as well, recognizing exactly how LeoN was going to be coming off that ledge and positioning himself in the right spot to be able to close out that stock. And again, we mentioned it before, Jakal needs to capitalize on closing out these stocks, because not only is Bowser the heaviest character here, but LeoN does a really good job of, with the DI and just staying alive as long as possible. So we'll see how LeoN tries to maximize these stocks a little bit more. And you got to keep in mind, that's a 1-0 in Jakal's favor, with Jakal essentially SDing at one point.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder. I mean, LeoN, seeing that this is winnable in some way or another, do you really want to be counting on Jakal making the mistakes like that? I understand, because, is able to counteract the down air that time. Whirling Fortress hitbox hitting just right. But yeah, no matter what, you got to get up from ledge. And when you got a tool like down smash, man, does Jakal have the advantage.
Oh, man, he's just so good at converting off any grab with Wolf, too. And, I know Wolf isn't necessarily known for having, the best sort of combo throws or anything like that, but what Jakal's able to make work and just kind of build up the percentage, and even just positioning-wise, is just so huge. Jakal makes it work for him so much. But there's the 1-2 jab from Bowser, and he got the trade with the Flame Breath, but probably with a move he didn't want to trade too much with, because now you're at 179, falls out of the forward tilt. What is going on?
Goodness me, LeoN dropping that first stock. Forward air going to connect for him as well, but there you go. That's You need to be able to clean up at ledge 2 as efficiently as Jakal does on a consistent basis. LeoN generally not having too much trouble with that. And Wolf, I mean, look, you got a decent recovery, but it is not elite by any stretch of the imagination. You got to think that LeoN is going to be able to take advantage of this at some point, and certainly the damage that you're able to accumulate after the fact.
Yep. Okay, but there we go. Nice falling fair into the down throw, getting a couple dash attacks as well. The second one just reacting to what LeoN, you know, what option they went with. And just look at this, continues to put the pressure down. The back air sending him off stage.
No.
Gets the down air to clean it up. Oh my goodness.
And now LeoN on his winner's side stock. Two of the best free agents that Smash has to offer, putting on a show for us here in Linden, New Jersey. Not able to get the ledge trap, but okay, yeah, you caught him pressing buttons, caught him jumping. That's a lot of frames to commit in the face of the King Koopa, but nevertheless, Jakal finding a way is going to grab and almost retaking stage advantage at that point, and it does, in fact, retake center stage, staying at 2 stocks, and now gets a whole bunch of extra credit. This is what you get for winning the staring contest.
And there we go. We got one whirling slam, and this is an even game, right? I mean, I know Bowser's at 67, but that does give him a little bit of rage here, right? And he's going to be able to live a little bit longer. Like, he's not going to die in 2 to 3 interactions to Wolf, or, you know, if he loses those interactions. He's just got to, you know, slowly build up that damage, and eventually he's just got to get one solid edge guard on Wolf, and Wolf's, you know, options to edge aren't exactly the most, you know, I'm trying to think of the word here. Open.
Yeah. No, I think the audience understood what you meant, but gonna get carried over to the ledge. Jakal trying to end this right here and now. I mean, you're talking about not losing this in 2 or 3 interactions. I don't know about you. I counted 2 just now. So, gonna get that back throw. Now you got to get back to stage against one of the more efficient and effective ledge trappers that Tri-State has to offer. Laser gonna get thrown out just in case Bowser has any ideas about getting high. And you know what? You want to go high so bad, how about I send you up into the skies, courtesy of my up smash? And young Jakal finds himself in grand finals yet again.
Yeah, honestly, that was just super well played. It came down to LeoN just overextending a little bit. I get it. Once you get to the end of that game, and especially like you mentioned, he was on his winner's side stock, that tension starts to build up a little bit, so you kind of maybe start going for things a little too aggressively, and maybe LeoN just got caught up in the moment, but obviously Jakal's not going to let that slip, man. That Wolf up smash is no joke. We've seen it plenty of times at this point. Was that 3-4 years into Smash Ultimate? We know how good that move is.
Yeah, no, it's Wolf turns out, and I think we've seen enough to put him in high tier, you know, something like that. Just around that range. But regardless of that, let's just talk about it's one thing to have a good character. It's another person to have the right person piloting it. And certainly we've seen the capabilities that Wolf can employ in the hands. I mean, at Battle for BC, you mentioned earlier, Ouch doing quite well with the character. But I mean, it's just so consistent.